Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video review. This time we have the Star Wars The Black Series Walmart exclusive 3.75" Elite Praetorian Guard. So here it is. So this is quite exciting. I will say that these are definitely hitting stores. I've been to several Walmarts and I found this wave at almost every single one. There was only one Walmart that didn't have any. So I would definitely recommend starting to hunt for these now because they are available. But I'm quite excited to get the Praetorian Guard. At first, I didn't plan to actually to get any, just because I'm not a big fan of the 3.75" line anymore. However, this one looks so good, and I am so excited for the Praetorian Guards in the movie that I decided to keep one. So that's what I'm doing here. Do have a second one mint. That's actually going to Toys 210. But just going over the figure. Well, first of all, the packaging really fast. Nice packaging. Good artwork on the bottom there. Figures in there, and on the back. You know, I love it. It's like a mini version of the Black Series packaging, which is kind of fun. So, going over the figure here, as you can see, I do like the new design for these guards in the movie. When I first saw them, I liked the design, but it didn't look very Star Wars-ish to me. But now seeing it, you know, in all the Star Wars toy lines and in the Star Wars promotional, you know, pictures and things like that, I'm getting used to the idea of this design being in the Star Wars universe. And like I said, I've always liked the design in general, so I am getting very excited to see these guards in action. There's 3 different versions of them, and this is obviously one. This is actually my least favorite version. It's got my least favorite helmet, but my favorite weapon. So, you know, there's hit and misses to this version of the Praetorian Guard that they chose. But going over the figure, the head sculpt is pretty plain, you know, not much going on here. This is what I don't like about this version of the guard. It's just such a plain helmet, you know. It's got the top portion of the head is just, you know, a half circle, and then his face is just very rectangle-ish. There's not much going on there. It comes to a nice point at the chin, but other than that, there's, you know, not too much happening. But, you know, it looks alright. The armor looks excellent. Really do like the armor, the way that it's layered, and it's got a great shine to it. You know, as you can see, it really does shine. The skirt section is cloth, which I love. This is something that the 6-inch versions don't really get right. I mean, the 2 single-carded Praetorian Guards in the 6-inch line don't have cloth skirts. They have more of a rubberish, which is definitely disappointing. I do prefer cloth. It's going to be better for articulation, and it does actually just look better in general, in my opinion. So I do like the fact that this one does have cloth. I will say that some of the threads kind of came loose at the bottom on this one, so that could be an issue going forward. And I wish that the back section was cut a bit better so it didn't flare out as much. But overall, it does still lay pretty nicely. And then as far as the legs are concerned, great detailing on the thigh section. I have purchased the Black Series 6-inch one, however I haven't received it yet, but from what I can see in the pictures, the black section of the legs looks pretty smooth, so this detailing on it is quite excellent. I do like that a lot. And then of course the shine is quite good on the legs. As far as his articulation is concerned, he has a ball jointed neck, which, if you could see, which can look up and down ever so slightly. It's mainly just side to side and a bit of a tilt, so not the best head articulation, really needs a hinge. He's got a ball jointed upper torso, which works great, as you can see. Goes to the side very far on both sides and goes back as well as forward, which is quite nice. He's got ball hinge shoulders. Let me show you this. Ball hinge shoulders, as you can see, then hinge swivel elbows. The hinge goes 90 degrees, and then hinge swivel wrists. So overall, pretty standard articulation as far as the arms are concerned. The thighs are on a hinge, but it's one of those hinges that if you want to move it forward, you have to like move the thigh. So it can kick up very far though. That's a very far kick. And then it does have a nice hinge swivel at the knee. And then the ankle is hinge swivel as well. The hinge moves very nicely both ways, but again, the one big point of articulation that this series is lacking is some ankle pivot. That is something that's so necessary and really helps with poses, and without it, it does just kind of cheapen the figure a bit, and it makes the poses look a little unnatural, which is definitely disappointing. Going over his accessory, he comes with this staff. This version of the Praetorian Guard with that helmet is the one that carries the staff in the movie, and I very much like this. It's quite a nice kind of spear section. It's pretty long. The detailing on it is excellent. As you can see, there's tremendous detail throughout it in both the silver and red areas. which is awesome. And then just the shape of the blade I absolutely love. I don't know why, but that blade is just super cool in my opinion. I definitely like it a lot, so I do love this weapon. The other Praetorian Guard that has a similar helmet to this guy, but it is slightly different. He comes with a much larger spear, and then the one that has the more samurai-ish helmet comes with that double blade that can be connected into one. And then I believe that just all of them come with the whip, or at least I'm not quite sure who has the whip, but that sword that turns into a whip, I think that's included with them all. I'm not quite sure though, as far as just their character designs. But overall, I do really like this figure. Giving you a little comparison here with another 3 3/4 figure from the same series. It's Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's very tall. That's just a very tall figure in general though, so it's not to say that this is a short figure or anything. That's just a tall one. And then comparing to another Praetorian, we have the Elite Series one, which, there we go. So as you can see, you know, the size is quite different. This one does have a nice shiny armor. However, the Elite Series one has the shiniest armor. That's one thing I really do like about that one. So, and there will be a review of that one coming up too. So stay tuned for that if it's not already posted. Alright, but overall, do quite like this Praetorian Guard figure. Again, I'm not huge on the 3 3/4 series. You know, I've got some others here, just from that wave that are being shipped out. These are actually all going to Toys 210, but here's 3 of the 4 figures in this wave. Rose is the only other figure. She's definitely going to be the easiest one to get, though, in this assortment, but as you can see, there's the Executioner Trooper does look quite nice, although it is mainly just a repaint with a new accessory. And then the Luke figure actually looks tremendous. I'm quite, you know, I really am taken back by that Luke figure. The eyes are a bit bulgy, however, the rest of the figure looks great. So overall, this is a really solid assortment. As far as what I would hope that they would do for a second wave is another Praetorian Guard, particularly the one that has the double blade, the one that I just brought out here in the Elite series. That Praetorian Guard I would definitely love to see in this series. And Snoke, those would be the 2 that I would definitely be very interested in. However, even if they don't make the other Praetorian Guard, you know, it was brought to my attention that you can take the 5 points of articulation 3 3/4 Praetorian Guard, pop off the head, and possibly it would fit onto this figure, which would look great. So I do think that I might do that. I might, because I do have another Praetorian Guard, so I might end up keeping another one and doing that to make it into the other Praetorian Guard, because that would be pretty cool. So, you know, that's what I'm thinking about doing. But again, would definitely love for them to make Snoke in the second assortment. So there you go. That's my thoughts on this Star Wars The Black Series Praetorian Guard from the Walmart exclusive 3 3/4 line. Let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.